We're proud to count you among our preferred kayak customers. You choose to enjoy your friends and family with the finest on-ground pool made in America today, and we appreciate it. We would like to invite you to join Club Kayak. The club membership is free, and you'll start receiving reward points when you purchase merchandise from our catalog. It's that simple. Go to our website at www.kayakpools.com. Click on the beach ball icon that says Join Club Kayak today and register. It's that easy. Before we get started, I'd like to highlight a few items from our kayak catalog. First, there's in-pool stairs. In-pool stairs are a wonderful item to have. They offer a secure way for people of all ages to get in and out of the pool safely and easily. Don't be a slave to the weather. Now you can use your pool through cool days and chilly nights with a new pool heater. Illuminate your nights. Enjoy your kayak pool during evening hours with in-pool lights. Not only do they make your pool look great, they provide safety as well. The kayak privacy screen is simple to install, allowing for the privacy you require in your kayak pool. The Loop Lock Safety Cover. It provides an effective barrier against wandering children and pets. You won't have to worry about anyone getting into the pool when you can't monitor it. Relax, renew, and refresh your body, mind, and spirit with a new Fountain of Life Kayak Spa. They're engineered with the ideal blend of features for everything from relaxing and solitude to year-round entertaining. Any of these items can be ordered through our catalog at 1-800-52-ORDER or online at www.kayakpools.com. We have a complete line of products for you. Call today. Now, let's get started. As you watch this installation videotape, you may notice certain aspects of pool construction which can be completed simultaneously if more than one person installs your new kayak pool. Hey, congratulations! Getting ready to build that beautiful new kayak pool, huh? Great. I bet you can't wait to get into the swim of things. Just think about it. Your family and friends and beautiful sunny days as a member of the new Kayak family of satisfied customers. Kayak is America's choice for quality on-ground pools, and it's backed up by an incredible 30-year warranty attesting to its durability. Yes, sir, you certainly have years of fun and enjoyment with your new kayak pool. I know it's hard to stop thinking about frolicking in America's best-built, maintenance-free pool, but let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. Construction of your prefabricated new kayak pool is a relatively easy job. Wall assembly, liner installation, preparation of a well-tamped sand cushion bottom, and assembling the components requires only the handy use of ordinary tools and a little mechanical knowledge. This video is for those people who've decided to build the kayak pool themselves. Installation will not be provided by the company. Read the installation section several times and become familiar with the sequence of assembly and part names. Pay close attention to cautions. Following the sequence of assembly will result in a smooth installation. Local building codes, regulations, and ordinances vary considerably from one community to another. Check these requirements with the local building inspector and show him the plans in this manual. If necessary, secure the proper permits for construction. Right now, we're looking at staking out a rough pool layout. Make a rough layout in the area you think might be the best location for your pool. Stake out the approximate dimensions that the pool will occupy. It is desirable to position the pool in the sunniest location possible and to avoid having tree branches overhead which would tend to shade the pool or litter the water with leaves. Avoid placing the pool in a low spot with a high water level. Location of the pool filter is important from an aesthetic point of view as well as from a consideration of pump performance. Do you have all the necessary tools to complete the job? Let's go through a checklist. You'll need shovels, rakes, and an optional sod remover, tampers, trowels, and/or roller to compact the sand bottom, a 3/8-inch electric drill, preferably reversible, assorted drill bits, 1/4 inch and 5/16-inch magnetic nut setters, screwdrivers, hammer, sockets, and wrenches for bolting A-frames, etc. Transit or dumpy level, available at local tool rental stores. Pliers or vice grips, a 2-foot level, a 6-foot folding rule, a 50-foot steel tape rule, utility knife with new blades, a wheelbarrow, tire iron, garden hose, a hacksaw, a 2.5-inch hole saw or jigsaw, a circular saw, chalk line, and a rubber mallet. Next, you'll want to take an inventory of your pool parts. Then check your manual for the amount and type of mason sand required for your pool area. You've already staked out a rough pool area, but when locating the desired site, be sure to locate it away from pipes, tanks, trees, underground and overhead wires, drain lines, leach beds, etc. Also, locate your pool away from steep grades in order to keep digging to a minimum. As you are marking off the area to be excavated, use overall pool dimensions, including deck and walk-around, as a guide. The next step is to remove the sod. Then level the ground. Do not build up or fill in low areas. Using your lowest point as a reference, remove or dig away high spots until you have a level site. Best results are obtained by using a transit or dumpy level. And here's a word about leveling. The building of your new kayak pool can be divided into 2 stages, both of which are equally important. Stage 1 encompasses leveling the ground and laying the bottom channel, while Stage 2 involves the building of the pool itself. If there is any one step that simplifies the building of the pool, it's the leveling process. For a pool that's built on a finely leveled foundation is much easier to build than one that's even the slightest bit off level. As a general rule, strive to level the pool to within a tolerance of 1/8 inch, and as a result, during the building process, parts will line up simply and evenly. Maximum attention given to the leveling of the foundation will help to ensure an easy construction, structural integrity, and a pleasing appearance. Now it's time to build the bottom channel in the excavation. Assemble the corners as shown in the manual, utilizing the bottom fish plate. Bolt heads should be underneath the channel. Hand tighten only at this time. Attach the corner strap and the belly strap. Hand tighten only at this time. If necessary, skim some ground from underneath the straps and bolts to be sure the assembly lays flat. Square the assembly using a 50-foot builder's tape to measure diagonally across the opposite corners. Adjust the assembly until both diagonal measurements are equal. Then tighten all the bolts and level the frame assembly. Check the level at 4-foot intervals. Proper leveling of the frame is critical to proper construction of the pool. The next procedure is to excavate the trench for the bottom main drain and pipe. The trench should lead under the bottom channel on the patio deck end and should be dug 5 to 6 inches deep. Continue approximately 4 feet from the inside corner of the bottom channel and end at the approximate center of the pool. Install the threaded plug using Teflon tape on the threads in the bottom hole in the main drain assembly. Tape the 1.5-inch connector with Teflon tape and screw it into the side hole of the bottom drain and tighten. cover the entire opening on the bottom drain with masking tape. Connect the pipe to the main drain. First, apply primer, then glue, and assemble the parts. Pack the exterior of the drain and pipe with the earth you removed earlier. Do not use sand for this purpose, as it will eventually work its way down and displace or raise the drain. Now place the sand in the middle of the pool, being careful not to disturb the bottom main drain. Keep the sand as close to the center as possible to allow for wall installation. Now let's do the pre-assembly work for the pool. We will begin with the A-frame assembly. This assembly is used to support the decks, the water wall, and fencing. The A-frame assembly consists of a 2-foot deck support, an A-frame, and a stud with a hole, and is assembled using stainless steel, 1 7/8" hex head bolts, flat washers, and cap nuts. The S-clip is placed inside the 2-foot deck support. For pools with a patio, assembly of outriggers is required. Distribute all the walls, A-frames, and corner angles around the pool. Now it's time to install the walls. Place the aluminum angle in the corner and be sure to place it all the way down onto the bottom channel lip. Then install the wall against it on the inside and the A-frame against it on the outside. Using 1-inch Tech screws, drive the screw from inside the pool through the wall, through the corner angle, and into the A-frame or outrigger at the top. Make sure the A-frame and outriggers are plumb and level before attaching. When all the walls have been attached at the top, check to be sure that the corner gaps are uniform. There should be no gap in any seam along any straight side, as this would indicate an unlevel condition which should be corrected before going further. We're going to install the aluminum top channels next. Make sure all sections are installed down onto the walls. Make sure the walls are seated properly into the top channels. Make sure all 4 corners are uniformly seated. The corners are secured by the top corner fish plates. Place 1 in each corner and insert 5/8" bolts through the holes. Place the top corner washers under the top channels so the 5/8" bolts are through the holes. Connect with 5/8" lock washers and nuts. Tighten all bolts and nuts. Starting at the corner A-frame, mark a line with pencil on the top channel in the center of the wall stud. Now, measure 24 inches toward the next corner and make another mark. Continue down the channel. Repeat for each side. Install all studs. The center of the A-frames, outriggers, and studs should line up with the marks you made. Important! All studs, A-frames, and outriggers must be plumb and level, and anchored first to the bottom channel and then to the top channel. Check the top channel to be sure it's properly seated on the wall before anchoring each one. Now install the camber bars on the top channel. Attach one end of the camber bar to the top channel using 5/8" nuts, bolts, lock washers, and camber washers. Place bolts through holes in camber washers and insert through holes in the top channel, so the bolts face the outside of the pool. Place the camber bar over the bolts and attach with lock washers and nuts. Tighten bolts and nuts right away. Bend the camber bar outward at the middle and use a tire iron if necessary to line up the holes at the other end. Finish bolting the camber bar, making sure bolt heads are tight and well seated with the bolt head to the inside of the pool. It's time to cut the skimmer and return holes in the patio deck water wall. Hold the skimmer up against the wall and butt it up to the top channel, centered between the studs. Draw a line around the skimmer. Use the skimmer to mark the hole. Cut the skimmer hole along these lines. Drill a hole at each corner of the drawing. Use a jigsaw to cut out the skimmer hole. Cut the return hole 11 1/4 inches from the underside of the top channel. Cut this with a hole saw, 2 1/2 inches in diameter. Attach the rear sealing gaskets using a minimal amount of masking tape to secure the gaskets to the skimmer body and the return hole opening. Install the filter unit. Use Teflon tape on all threaded fittings. Prime, glue, and assemble all other fittings. Next, install the patio deck Z-beams across the outriggers. The Z-beams have slotted holes along the bottom flange for attachment to the outriggers using stainless 1/2" hex head bolts, lock washers, and open hex nuts. Hand tighten only at this time. You should now level the outriggers. Z-beams should always face the wall of the pool, not toward the outside of the pool. Install patio blocks under each outrigger. Patio blocks are not included. When installing the aluminum decking, start by installing a transition piece into each corner of the top channel. Install a short starter panel into the transition and continue interlocking panels until you reach the other side of the pool. It makes no difference which corner you begin with, but work on one section at a time. On the 2-foot walkways, Slip lock notches should be cut for each deck panel located at a fence post.